Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ellaine, also known as Nurse Who Invests. I just got off from work and just fed the kids dinner, and now I want to show you guys how to invest in a Roth IRA, kind of like a step-by-step. What is a Roth IRA? So if you had just watched my previous video where I talked about how to make money as a nurse, go check it out right here. I talked about it doesn't matter how much you make, but what matters the most is how much you save or invest. And so today I want to make sure that I am investing. I just got paid yesterday, so I will show you guys how to buy an investment step by step, because that is something that is very easy to do, and I don't think a lot of people really show you how to do it like step by step. So I will do it in this video, so just stay tuned. So for the purpose of this video, we're mainly going to talk about stock market investing. And when I talk about the stock market, it's really essentially being able to invest in companies that are publicly, traded. And so back in the days, it's not as accessible to invest in the stock market. If you have watched The Wolf of Wall Street, you can see that back in the days there wasn't any apps, there wasn't like an online trading platform where you can just buy stocks directly. Leonardo DiCaprio serves kind of like as a broker. So a broker is kind of like the middleman between the investor and also the company that sells those shares of their stocks or the shares of their company. And so nowadays it's much easier because you can do this yourself, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. But in order for me to do that in a way that you can understand, I actually have this diagram that I made in Canva, and this is how I teach nurses or healthcare workers like myself how investing works. And when I thought about this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a good idea, because this way you can understand that it's not just one of those things that you just buy the investment and that's it. It kind of has different layers to it. So with that said, let's look at the diagram. So in here you can see that how I think of investing is kind of like an IV you want to run as a nurse, an IV bag that you want to run as a nurse. So you have the IV pole where you hang your IV bags, and then you have an IV pump to start the IV bags, right? So this is kind of like how it is in the hospital. So first, let's go in the IV pole. So IV pole is what a brokerage firm is. Think of it as a brokerage firm. So when I talk about brokerage firms, these are companies that kind of helps us be able to buy the investment. They're kind of like the middleman. Think of this as Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab. So also if you have an employer sponsored retirement account at your work, the company that hosts that account is the brokerage firm. That's the IV pole. Now let's talk about the investment accounts within that brokerage firm. So in every brokerage firm like Fidelity, there are so many investment accounts that you can open. There's a Roth IRA, individual brokerage account, there's a traditional IRA, there's also HSA. There's a lot of investment accounts that you can open. And when a lot of nurses, when I talk to a lot of nurses, they think that the only investment account that you can open is just a 401k within your employer, but that's not correct. There are a lot of investment accounts that can help you diversify your investments. The main difference really with most of these investment accounts is that some of them have different contribution limits, different rules as to when you can withdraw the money, and the tax implications of it. So some of them you can pay the taxes now, some of them you pay the taxes later. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to mainly talk about the Roth IRA, because I'm going to show you guys how to buy an investment within a Roth IRA, because I'm due to actually invest in a Roth IRA right now. I'm going to show you guys in a bit, okay? So yeah, think of those IV bags as those different investment accounts. As you can see, you can hang so many IV bags in one IV pole, right? You can put a Roth IRA in a Fidelity. You can also open a health savings account. But of course, like I said, the caveat is some of this have different rules. So you can open different accounts and hang it in that IV bag. And you can also have different IV poles as well. But the benefit of just having kind of like one Ivy pool or one brokerage firm to host all these investment accounts is that it's much more convenient and you have everything in one place and easier to manage. So for me, I have most of my things in Fidelity. So when you have this investment accounts and you open this investment accounts, I like to think of the cash that you currently have right now in your checking accounts as the fluid inside those Ivy bags. So you can put the funds inside those Ivy bags and hang it in the Ivy pool, right? But the main thing when that happens is that you are just hanging the bag and it's not going anywhere. It's not going to the patient. So what do you need for it to be able to run and actually get moving? You're gonna need an IV pump. So an IV pump is what I would like to think as the investments inside those investment accounts. So when I talk about investments, these are things that you can buy within the stock market. So it could be like stocks, it could be bonds, it could be ETFs, index funds, mutual funds, REITs. So those are the things that you can buy within the stock market that makes your money grow or keeps the IV fluid flowing and moving. I hope that makes sense. So this is how you invest. And there are a lot of like pros and cons with different investment assets within the stock market. But in this video, I'm just going to be buying ETF. So an ETF is an exchange traded fund. I'm essentially investing in all the markets, the stock market. You can also invest in other ETFs or index funds, but the video is mainly for technical, how to invest in them and how you can buy this kind of investment, okay? So I hope that that kind of like have given you an idea of how investing works and give you an idea of like how you can invest like technically and what are the components in investing. So you have the brokerage firm, you have the investment account within the brokerage firm, and then you have the investments that you need to be putting in those investment accounts. And that is the most important thing, because I have known people who have put money or cash in their investment accounts but not invested, and so it really doesn't go anywhere. Like, it's not moving, so it's useless pretty much. So make sure that you are investing your money. So yeah, so let's talk about a Roth IRA, which is a type of investment account, and that's what we're going to be investing in today. I just got paid today, and as you know, it's January, it's the start of the year, so I can definitely start investing in my Roth IRA again. And I'm opening up my Fidelity account, which is my brokerage firm. As what I have said earlier, most of my investment accounts are in Fidelity. In here, I have an individual brokerage account. I have my old 401k or 403b in here, and then I also have my health savings account and also individual, brokerage account. But I am going to be investing in my Roth IRA. If you don't know what a Roth IRA is, a Roth IRA is an investment account that you can open, and the money that you put in this account is money that you already pay taxes in. And so what that means is that the money, when it grows, when it compounds, the money that grows inside that account is going to be tax-free. The money that you also take out on the day or like the age that you can take money out from this account is also going to be tax-free. So I have been investing in this account for a few years now, and today I'm going to be putting in some money to invest. The maximum contribution for a Roth IRA for 2025, the year that I'm making this video, is $7,000. And it kind of makes sense for it to have a limit, because everyone will just invest all their money in it because it's tax-free. I have opened my Roth IRA account already. If you're just opening up your own account, you're gonna need your social security, ID, and all that stuff. And one caveat too with the Roth IRA is that the money that you have to put in here has to be earned income. So you have to be working in order for you to to contribute to this account. There's also a income limit, meaning that if you're making too much money, you cannot contribute to it. But there's kind of like to go about this is by doing backdoor Roth IRA. So in here, in 2025, I have already contributed $1,000, and I got paid yesterday, and I'm gonna be able to contribute more money today. So I'm gonna be transferring from my bank account to my Roth IRA, and it's a one-time contribution. So I'm gonna be putting in $500. I just like even numbers, but you can contribute as much as you can. In here you can see that I have contributed $1,000. The remaining contribution that I can put is $6,000 because the max is $7,000. So I'm putting that in, and you know, once the money settles, I can invest that money. Typically it gets settled the same day or the next business day, but make sure that the money is settled first before investing it. So in here you can see I have contributed at $500. What you can do, because right now actually is already 7 p.m. so the market is already closed. It closes at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I can just do a market order, meaning that when the market opens tomorrow, it's gonna buy whatever the price of that investment is. So I like investing in VTI. Oh my gosh, it's so high right now. It's $300. And if you also want to buy a specific stock or a specific ETF at a specific price, you can do a limit order as well. So what you can do is look for investments that you want to invest in, whether that's stocks, ETFs, you know, even index funds. So if I'm gonna buy VTI, I can just buy it. And as in here you can see that the cash available to trade is 1,500. So what I'm gonna be doing, because 300 is kind of like high, I don't know if I even want to buy it this time. But let's just say, just for the purpose of this video of showing you how to buy it, I can just buy like one share. And then the order type is, if you put market, it means whatever the market price is. If you put limit, this is how much you would want to buy that specific stock or asset or ETF or index fund. Actually for index fund, you cannot be doing kind of like a limit price because you cannot buy it by the shares, you know, which we can talk more about. But for example, I want to buy VTI or this specific stock at $290. So I can put that in, which most likely not going to get filled because it's too, you know, depending on how the market does tomorrow, that may get filled in. But, you know, with market, let's just put market. So you can do a preview order, buying one stock. So it will give you kind of like a little message here that please caution because the market is closed. So whatever the opening market price would be, that's what you're going to be buying it on. So you place that order. There you go. You bought VTI, or you have invested in all the companies in United States, because VTI is a fund that is investing in all the stock market companies in the United States. And that is how you buy an investment, as easy as that. So there's a way to actually automate this to where it can automatically buy that specific stock that you want to invest in. I'll make a video about that as well, but this is kind of just like a step-by-step on how to buy the investment. There's also a lot of things that you should be doing besides the investing. There's things that you need to be managing with your finances in order to achieve financial freedom that you can check out in my video right here. But this is kind of just like one part of investing, just a technical part of how you can buy an investment in the stock market. I hope that this video helps, and I hope that, you know, it's helpful for you if you want to learn more about stock market investing, about how you can invest as a nurse and build wealth while working less, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you like this video too. That way we can get to more nurses who wants to build wealth and reach financial freedom. As usual, stay hydrated, stay invested. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.